G'day, today we're going to have a look at level 41 in Train Valley 2. This one's called Antarctica. So the 5-star, this one, we have 19 minutes. We can't build more than 260 track tiles. I find this one easy. There's no difficulty in it at all. You don't even come close. And you have to avoid train crashes. So we have two bases here. This guy up here wants microchips and bricks. This one down here wants engineers, wire, and microchips. Now, as you deliver things to this guy here, this building here gets slowly longer and longer. So what we're going to do is just to cater for that, we're going to build this guy. I'll go, sorry, one more up and around here, so that he's already out of the way of that as far as he can go. We're not going to build there just yet. What we might do is we'll just build so this guy's connected to his closest production, and that guy's got his, and then we'll build a bridge down here, connect him to that, make that connection too, and then what we'll try and do is just get as fast across here as possible to there. Okay, so we can get started. So what we need is just to get these guys delivering as quick as they can. Now this guy can only take a max 7, so we've got to wait a little bit for him, so he's a bit of a dud to start with. So what we need to do is just try and get him to connect to these bricks. So I'll just pause for a second. Beautiful, there we go. Okay, so he can now send guys down that way. And once this is down to 8, we can send another full load of these. And once we've got enough money, we can finally join the two of these. There we go. Just make those connections cleaner. And we can start to send sand down here. Alright, we'll just make these connections too. Almost. There we go. And we can send some of his good work over to that one. Now what we're going to want to do too is just get these engineers from down here in the mix as quick as possible, because they are worth 42,000 per 6. So it sort of takes us to the big leagues of making money here. And we only need 18 bricks in total in this one. So these 2 loads of sand going here are really the last sand that we have to send there. We obviously might send a little bit more just to make money. I mean, they're not a ton of money, but like at some points in this, everything counts. And we'll send some more guys over to make more this one. Okay, there we go. So now what we can do is just get these guys down here. And then we can send these guys, well, this first lot of these guys out, I'd say. Although we've got to wait till we've got men here before we can start to build on this bit. Oops, wrong station, but that doesn't matter. It's only train crashes that it cares about. Okay, so before we send the next lot, we will send this guy over, start our engineers being made. Alright, and these guys can go through and get us another nice chunk of money. Now one thing you'll notice here is that even though I've only got 6 of these here and I need 12, you can see that these guys make a lot faster than these guys spend. So we actually will get through all 12 of those and probably have a little bit left in the end of that as well. So with that in mind, what we will do is send more of these guys down because we do need 14 of them up here. So just pause there for a second. So the next thing that we need to do is get the polymers, and we need to get these two guys ready to go. So the polymers come on a timer, so we sort of need them churning as quickly as possible. And the first place that we need them is up here. So I will just make the connection up here. Let me think about this. Actually, no, I think that I should have enough money to do this, so it's fine. So I'll connect that guy. Make sure he comes all the way down and joins here. Actually, we don't need that connection because we're not sending that up there at all. Now we don't have enough money to purchase him yet. So what we might do is we'll just send that one that way. And we'll send the first of these home because that'll give us, you can see, a huge amount of money. Now to get to this one here, we need to build a tunnel through there that's going to cost us about 80,000. So we are a ways off that one still. And we need to build this bridge first, but this... alright, that should have given us enough money, so we'll pause again. We'll build that so we know we're in line there. Because basically we just want to get this going, because we have no control over that time. That's what can really slow you down if you're too long to get to that. And you can see we've now got 12, and we're still building away here. We've still got 2 left up there. So we do want to try and get more guys down here. Alright, so we'll get that down. And we'll follow him up as well. And we'll send 2 loads of guys, or sorry, we'll send 3 loads of guys up there because we want 14 because we're not dealing with 7-seater trains yet. We'll just, but it's only workers, so it doesn't matter if we're just burning some uselessly. And once that's out of the way, we'll send more of these guys down here. Just so that they're ready to go. We don't need to ignite them until we've probably got this one ready. But we've got the choice between spending the money to start these going and building through here. We're definitely going to take building through here because if we can get those engineers delivered, then that's where our big money is going to be. Alright, so here comes our first set of polymers. Now these will always come in trains of 7. It doesn't matter if you don't have any trains of 7, they'll still, they're just their own trains. And you can see that's 21,000, so that'll be a nice little cash injection. We'll send this guy down there. And we'll just pause for a second because we can now build this. And we can just make this connection. So I'll just swing around here, come up the hill, and where to join there. Let's see if we've got enough to make this connection. Just. Beautiful. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll send first load of guys down here. So we need to make it 14. We obviously still don't have those 7-person trains, so we will make do. Now I think what we'll do is, even though we don't have either of these two ready to go, we will spend this first load of guys to go in there so that these can get made, because like I said, that's our big money. Now in these two here we've got 6 there and 5 there, so that is 11. So we want 3 more guys. Once we've got those 3, we'll send that on to... There we go, so that's 14 guys headed up there. We can then also send 14 sand. So we'll just pause this guy once he comes out. Actually, we might not need to, that guy will be clear first. So we can send that up there. And we will send these guys on behind that. Now, it would be nice to get these guys going, but these guys actually use our trains. So if we purchase that, we'll only get a set of 6, whereas we do want a set of 7. Our next load of polymers we'll want to be sending down here. Once this guy's out of the way, we'll send our loads up here. So what we'll want to do is we will pay for an upgrade, and then we will send that train. Now I do generally like to have all my trains updated at the same point, particularly in one where if you crash you fail out. But we don't have the money just yet, so we'll just play it one at a time and just be careful. And then hopefully we can afford all of them probably by the time that this polymer arrives wherever he's going. 2 left, okay, so we'll just pause him for a second and send him down this way, and we'll follow him up with 7 of these guys. And just as that's out of the way, we'll send some guys down here. And we'll follow him up with, so that's 6 guys there. Send another lot of guys down here, so we can just fill that up. And we'll send some more guys down here just to have that done. Alright, so let's get that cracking. Now basically as soon as we've got the wire available, that needs to be going. In fact, probably by the time we've got 3 or 4, we'll start to send it. We'll send these polymers, which will be the last load of polymers that need to go down this way. And we'll just send a set of 3. The next 2 lots of polymers will have to go up here, and then that's all we need. Okay, so that's the 7 total wire that we're now going up this way. We can probably wait for this last lot because these 7 might take a little while to build. But we won't, we'll just send them as we can. Just in case they can go faster than I'm expecting them to. Okay, so they're on the build. There we go, so last lot of wire on its way around. So we'll stop the polymers here. And I'll just need to wait for these guys to come past. we'll send this guy behind this. Alright, we'll just pause for a second. We'll just buy another train and upgrade it. So we can send that guy. We don't have enough money just yet. There we go. So we can send that guy. We might just have to keep an eye. So as long as that's enough to get these done by the time that these guys arrive, then we should be right. What we'll do is we'll send our first load of these guys home. We can send them up here. We'll just speed things up a little bit. So the polymers are here. Beautiful. And we can skip these guys through. These guys can come down, but we're just going to sit them just down here for now. We don't want to, obviously we can't deliver them yet. Yeah, we just got to hope that we've got enough. Actually, what I might do is I'm going to move this guy and put him up here, because that's really out of the way. Okay, and just to be safe, we'll send this guy down here. And we'll send this first one down, and we'll follow this guy up with this one. It looks like we're probably going to be okay, but there's no harm in just making sure we don't stumble at the finish line. Now, like I said, I'm just going to stop him for a second. Like I said, this part here is going to extend. Now, I don't know how far through this is going to extend. I think it actually will block this off. So what we're going to do is we'll flip this guy back around, and we're going to send him down here. And we're going to send this guy on after him. So we'll stop this guy here. Stop this guy here. We'll just move him up a little bit more just so the guy coming after him can't crash into him. We should have plenty of time though. So we'll send this guy in this way. Flip this guy around and flip this guy around. There you go, so you can see how long that's getting. There we go, 5 stars. And you can see, like I said, not even close to the track tile requirements, so all you've really got to focus on is just avoiding the train crashes. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. If you had a different approach to this one, I'd love to hear it. If you knew a way to, say, connect the two of these tracks up here, or anything like that, yeah, definitely always happy to hear different strategies. But until next time, I'll catch you later. See ya.